Welcome to Mind Made TV. Tune in. Uncle Junior, what's up?
Stay focused and stop hoping on hocus pocus. Imagine our real only God in the power that's inside. We go shine our light, do it right like Spike Lee. I might be the lightning coming down from heaven, or just to get God sent like John.
TV, I'm in here with the big JR, you know what I'm saying, man, my uncle, man. You and my Uncle Don, my favorite uncles, man. Y'all my main uncles. Y'all been around since I was, I couldn't walk, you know what I'm saying? So, right. And I see you do a lot of great things, man. I know that you got a nice job, and you do real estate and all that, man. Talk a little bit about that, Uncle.
Well, my passion always have been real estate. So when I had the opportunity to do it, by me coming from the street, I figured the street wasn't gonna last. So what happened was I started working to get enough money to do the real estate.
Right.
Once I started doing the real estate, at first it didn't work out for me. So I went back to work. Then I started hustling, where your dad came in at.
Yeah.
So me and him got together and kind of had this dream a little bit, but his dream wasn't my dream.
Yeah.
So what we did was, he went off on his path, I went off on my path. My path has always been real estate. My first house was Lion.
Okay.
Bought a house on Lion. That was my first house that I bought in Delray.
Mm-hmm.
And when I bought that house, my focus wasn't on real estate because the street had me, my mind, I'm doing pretty good for myself, and I'm still working. It didn't stop me from working. I'm still working a 9 to 5.
Right.
But I'm still doing real estate.
I'm gonna get it all type of ways.
Get it all. I gotta get it the way that I can get it. But I figured out the wrong way wasn't working for me.
What's the wrong way?
The wrong way was when I was hustling.
Okay.
I was out there selling drugs and had this money. So my money, the hustling part of it was, I got 10,000, spend that. A couple hours I have another 10,000, spend that.
Yeah.
So my focus on the houses was just gone.
Right.
And that told me that by me hustling, I'm just thinking that it was always gonna be there.
Right.
And every time I look around, I got money here, money there, but I wasn't putting it to use.
Right.
So what I mean by the wrong way is, anytime you get money the wrong way, it never lasts.
Right.
But by me working, and by your auntie being with me,
Right.
it made me focus more on my main goal, because I don't want to work the rest of my life.
Right.
So I took that and started, hustling in the real estate. Just real estate is a hustle, just a legit hustle.
Right.
And a lot of people don't, they can't bring themselves to work a 9 to 5,
Right.
getting, $500 a week, $600 a week. When you're coming from getting, a few $1,000s within an hour or two,
Right.
it's hard.
Yeah, it is. And then the time frame on the jobs too, because a lot of people biggest problems with getting jobs is that they don't want to wait that long distance to their first check. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On top of everything else they got to do. You know what I'm saying, to get to that first check. So
It is hard, because when I came out the street, my first job was I was getting paid $80 a day, and I would work. I think I would work maybe from 9 to like 6 o'clock at night doing a tire job. Now, I would get paid $80 at the end of that day.
Right.
And at the time, I couldn't imagine myself getting that type of money.
Right.
But when it hit hard, to where when I came out the street and the street wasn't no longer where it was showing me love, that I would say that I thought was love, then I went another way. But as far as working, yeah, it's hard. It's hard coming from a mindset to where you having this money, to where you got all these people around you, but once you lose everything, you don't see nobody.
Right.
So that's when I disappeared from seeing everybody, because wasn't nobody around.
Yeah, I feel
But go
that.
from having everybody around you, losing everything, to everybody going their separate ways.
Right.
Now I don't see those same people no more.
Right. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. So like that's another thing too. Like with family, like they don't like they right now. we got a big family. We got a big family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the people that's in our family. Like if we find a way to come together, like we could actually change a lot of stuff, especially with the younger generation in our family. You know, a lot of us out here rapping and doing different things and stuff like that. So we could come together. Like how do you think we can come together, and not just our family, but the families around, you know what I'm saying? How do you think the families need to start, coming together and what they can do to come together?
Well, our family need to come together first, and the reason why I say that is because we have so much animosity towards each other in the family.
No.
May that be, but it didn't start from your generation. It started from our generation to where we was never together, when I was coming up. Your dad was the favorite out of everybody, out of me and Don and out of the boys, because he was the one that actually made sure everybody had a good time, they laughed, they joked. Me, I was more serious.
Sure.
So when they see me, they was like pretty much, wave me off. I was fine with that because my focus has always been how can I better myself coming from where I came from, because we didn't have anything.
Right.
So when I was little, I always used to say I want more and I want better. So that's what drive me to do better. But as far as the family won't be able to come together unless everybody get on one page. And what I mean by one page, you can't say, well, this person is doing this and that person is doing that. Everybody got to come together with the same focus. That means from me, all the older aunties, all the older uncles, they don't put the emphasis on family like it needs to be. We got one of the biggest families in Detroit. And half of us don't even know half of us.
Right.
So just like my kids, they don't even know half of the family.
Right.
And it was crazy because, I showed Elza a couple of pictures of the family. He was like, well, who is that? That's your cousin.
Right.
It's my fault just as well as it is everybody else's fault. But when I distanced myself from the family, it was for a reason, because I felt like we were no longer family.
Right.
Because of how everybody was treating everybody. The last time I seen you, when I left, you was a baby.
Yeah.
When I left out of Delray.
Yeah.
Then I looked, you're a grown man. That's how long it's been. Just like, Karan. When I left, Karan was a little bitty baby. The next time I seen him, he was a grown man. I'm like, wow, the times that fly.
Yeah.
So in order for us to get together, we need to get together and be serious about bringing this family back together. But it starts from the top, and then it goes to the bottom. It's not your fault as far as why we're not together. Y'all more together than we ever been.
That one person that holds everybody together, and then once that person is gone or not around or something happened, it's just like everybody started to separate. So we just need that type of that stick again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we can turn it. It don't have to be a person. It could be something. You know what I'm saying? It could be like an event we hold as a family. Like it could be every month. It don't have to start off every month. It could be once a year where everybody come in and like we make sure we come and we do this and have fun, have a good time.
Right.
And then turn it into like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and then work our way up to bring it up. So it can happen though, for sure.
It can happen, but everybody has to be on the same page.
Yeah.
And you figure, I look at y'all now. I sit back because the way that I raised, Elza and Evan, it was that to try to be strong men and try to do this and try to do that. So the way that we can come together is everybody has to be willing to make that happen. You can't sit back and and I look at it, and what social media is the one that's actually really killing us, because when people get in their feelings, they put it on social media, and then all of a sudden it's a big riff, and I see so much of it going against the family and the family going against each other on social media. And I think, to me, that's one of the worst things that you can do, because that's actually it's already a rift there. So now you're making a big rift, and everybody is. Do you know how powerful we can be as far as family, if family come together? It makes me jealous when I see, like, my wife family. They get together, they have, cousin nights, they have sister nights, they have family nights, they have all that. And I look at my family like we have a huge family, and we can't even get together unless somebody done passed away, which I think is just very sad, because don't nobody put an effort. I put on social media in a post and got maybe maybe 3 response to where I put on there saying this family need to be put back together, and I'm willing to make that happen if anybody else willing to do it. Right. And it was crazy because I didn't really get a response from the family, which right. You telling me you don't want to put this family back together. Right. But I'm willing to do it, but you know I can't.
This is one of my things. Like I've been seeing this. Like we all want a lot of stuff to change though, but we got to actually try to make it. Make it happen. But a lot of these people, in the world, period, they don't want to make the move to make it happen. Like all our family, like they just want to be on Facebook and look at what everybody else doing and how good everybody doing, but they don't want to be like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? So they love to talk about it. Like they might even love my show because they like, okay, I see he trying to do whatever, exactly. But they don't really want to reach and do the they ain't. I haven't had nobody in the family reach out. Like you reached out and told you wanted to do an interview with me too, and I wanted to do one with you. So ain't nobody else reached out like, hey nephew, you want to do an interview with me so we can try talk about some some positive stuff. Nobody trying to do that, so
Yeah, I mean I look at it like this: when you trying to do positive things, you're not gonna have people that's willing to see you do positive. They want to keep you right there in that box, in that circle, and they want to see you continue to be the same person that you are. But to me, in order to be a man and a stand-up man, you have to make progress and you have to, evolve into the man that you actually really want to be. Because, I told my wife, I said, I'm proud of you because I remember, what was going on. Now I look and see what type of man you are now, and it's all positive to where everything is positive and you trying to promote positive. But now the other people that look at you, okay.
Stop.
No,
sit down.
He all right. No, he all right.
No, he not. He need to stop messing with stuff.
Yeah, he okay.
Chill out.
Let him play.
Nah.
Yeah, let him play. He all right.
I'm sorry about that.
No, he okay. He okay. It's just, I was happy when we went bowling and I had, all y'all together. Yeah. And I'm looking, it kind of, bothered me a little bit. I was like, man, my brother ain't here to see his sons and his daughter. All of them come together to where everybody was just in one spot, and it was just crazy to me, and I felt kind of funny, but I felt like, okay, well, I'm here and I'm able to see this, and it kind of, that's what made me want to reach out more, try to reach out more, because I'll say myself, I am stubborn. I'm a stubborn guy. But I'm one of the most kind-hearted person that you ever really want to meet.
All right.
A lot of people don't know that, and the reason why they don't know that because they don't get a chance to know that. And when I don't mind helping people, but helping people and people using me is two different things.
Exactly.
So I look at it as far as if I see you trying to do something, I'm a help, especially if it's positive. You trying to do something. So. A lot of people, look at me in the family and look around, oh, Junior think he this, and Junior think he that. You don't know me.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing. You don't know me.
That's the biggest problem right there. They assume a lot.
They assume a lot.
Yeah,
but they everything that they're assuming is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
But they, I let them, perceive me how they want to. I don't try to change anybody's mind. But people that actually know me know that I done helped a lot of people. And I'm not saying that just to say, okay, I help this person, I help that person, but get to know me and you'll see for yourself. Like when I came around the family and I seen Grandma for, it was a long time before I seen it, but I ran back into her, it felt good. But when I walked in, it was like, I almost got a feeling like, what you doing here? And, I just felt that way. So I tried to, limit myself until I see people want to reach out. Right. Now, people reach out, but they reach out, do you have a house?
Right.
Or do you such and such, such and such? That ain't what I want to hear.
Right.
But that's what I get. Yeah. So that I guard myself, and that's when I kind of stand.
One of my biggest things is the kids, because they the future, they the next step. So I want to know, like, you came from the street life too, so you know how that works. Mm-hmm. So like, what can you tell the kids on how they can, do better out here, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the first thing they have to do, I know a lot of people say, well, go to school and put God first, which you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
The thing is, the key word is what's in your heart to where what you want to do.
Right.
What dreams do you have? And whatever dreams you have, you got to be able to stick with it. No matter what grade you're in, you can be the second, third, fourth, or whatever else. When you're a little kid, you already pretty much know what you want to do. So you're gonna have, if you don't have trouble along the way, then you ain't gonna get to where you're going.
Yeah.
So what I would tell the kids is, you got to stay focused on what you want to do. Of course, you got to listen to your parents. Of course, you got to listen to your teachers and stuff like that. But that still is not going to get you where you need to be. You have to be more disciplined as far as your goals. Like my goals, I got to my goals late, but I still was able to achieve them. And I'm still growing and I'm still learning along the way. So you have to be, you have to surround yourself with positive people.
Yeah.
Maybe you got kids over here that's doing bad, but you got kids over here that's going to school doing good. They call those kids over here nerds, but they call these kids over here cool.
Right.
What you need to do is get with those kids they call nerds, because those nerds is the ones you're going to be working for in the long run.
Right.
The ones that's cool going to be the ones you actually sending money to in the jailhouse. That's what I'm saying. By you being young, do it now.
Right.
That way you don't have to do it later on. But if you want to do it later on, that's fine. But right now you had an opportunity to where, just like you went from being almost how we grew up. But look what you're doing now.
Right.
You're trying to better yourself, and it's never too late to do that.
Right.
Now this here, God only knows how far that's going to take you.
Well, right.
But you stand on a path to where, okay, this is not working for me, I'm gonna go back in the street. Now everything is positive, so I can understand that.
Yeah.
And that's the way you got to be able to, because you set an example for you, her and your baby.
Right.
And that's all you want. But you're not gonna see, people's not gonna look at you the same way, and they're gonna come at you different. But you just gotta stand still and stay on your path.
So I want to ask you this too, because one thing that I noticed too is a lot of kids out here nowadays is into relationships and things like that. And one relationship that I love to this day, I know, is you and my auntie Tamika. Y'all relationship is the best relationship. Y'all been together since before I was able to know y'all together. 25
years.
25. I'm about to be 25 in June, so that's a long time. So places. How do y'all do that?
It's not easy. It ain't easy.
Right.
The thing is, you have to put in the work.
Right.
Your auntie should have left me a long time ago. I'm not going to lie. She should have left me years ago, but she didn't.
Right.
And it takes hard work, but it took more of her saying, I'm not going to give up on you, versus me just being a knucklehead and being in the street. Because the street, if you're a street person, to be totally honest, a street person shouldn't be in a relationship with. You got so many people around you telling you yes. You got so many, women throwing themselves at you because they want that money. Then here it is, you got the big head, so everything is just whatever I want, I can have.
Right.
And you tend to neglect home.
Yeah.
So what happened to me was, I woke up one day without nothing. I didn't have no money. I didn't have anything. Only person that was right there with me was my wife.
Right.
But along the way, by me being in the street, I didn't treat her the way that she needed to be treated, because now I'm the man. You do what I say. I got this. I'm going to buy you this. As long as I buy you, just be quiet. And a lot of women is good with that. But what I will tell you is, when you get in a relationship and when you're with that right person, you just know it. Because you don't feel the same when they're not around. You feel different when they're mad at you. And you can't stay mad at them at all. So you got to put in the work. And if the work is not there, and if it's not worth fighting for, then I wouldn't, you know how you feel about that person. So me and her been together for, like I said, 25 years, and it's been rough. It's been work, but it's been rough because of me. And she done stuck with me with this mess of a man that I am, that I was, to where now whatever I have is hers. She don't even have to ask. If she want it, she can have it, because she deserve it, but she don't ask me for anything. So when you find that, and if you have that, then you treasure that, because you got to understand, when they with when you don't have nothing, and that means they with you because they love you, not because you had something. They didn't come in when everything was good. They came in when everything was bad.
Right.
She was sleeping, and I'm gonna just say it. When we first met, I was staying with your Uncle Don. And when I tell you we had roaches, we had them bad. We had them bad. She didn't have them. And when she first seen them, she was like, "Oh my God, what is that?"
Right.
So she, if you can stick with me through that,
Right.
oh, we good. I try to give it the best way that I can, and the reason why is because, you know, a lot of people, if it's not bad, I can put on social media, oh, you know, I'm doing good, everything is good, and it won't, you know, you won't get no likes. But if I go on there and say, well, me and my wife is getting divorced, I get probably a million hits. You know,
That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works.
Which is crazy
That's how it
because you put so much positive on it, they pass that. They don't, and that's where we wrapped up in. Our minds are so wrapped up in this negative stuff to where it's good. But now, if I put some positive, you put some positive on there, you ain't getting no likes, you ain't getting this, but you come, oh, you know, she did this and she did that. How many, boom, 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 boom.
But you know what though?
Crazy.
They watching though.
They
like
watching.
this how I know, cause like I said this too. I was like I done went to the barbershop a couple times. I done been just out in this neighborhood and like about over 10 people that I never seen on Facebook,
Right.
never seen nowhere. Like, bro, I mess with the show, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All like this.
Right.
Why you don't be sharing it or liking it? You know what I'm saying? Because they you know, people want to see it, but they don't want to. They don't want you to be the one. They want to
Exactly.
be it. That's how that
exactly.
is.
But
Yeah.
you know, like with you, where you trying to go with, you know, with my maid?
Well, I'm definitely trying to like bring it to the point to where people can actually find like our whole neighborhood and our whole community can have a spot to where instead of BET and Breakfast Club and all that, we can have a spot to where if it's something important that need to be said, we can do it right here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that like if anything positive is going on in the whole community, I want to be the first one on it. And you know, it comes straight to here, and we getting that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else is putting the positive out. They always putting the negative out. Even all the the top, like the radio and any other media station, they always put out what's negative and what ain't important. So I'm trying to get the important and what's going on for real in the neighborhood, because everybody ain't bad, everybody ain't trying to kill somebody, everybody ain't trying to rob. So I'm trying to get that out
when
there.
you look at it like that too, which is so crazy because if you're not promoting, you know, this woman walking around with her thongs and her butt all big, it's just crazy because they bypassed it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that the knowledge that you need to have is right here.
Yeah.
But they're bypassing because, you know, it's just crazy how, like I said, how our mind focused to where everything is just negative. Everybody drawn to the negative, not nothing to the positive.
Yeah.
Until we get to that point, then we'll be good. Like everybody was talking about Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. But there ain't nobody really, you know, oh, they taking this away, they taking that away. But yet, you never had it for them to take it away.
Right.
Because you won't get up off your butt and go do what you need to do. So you can't complain about something that you never.
Yes,
I'm ready to try to mend this family, you know, try to put this family back together because some issues I do have that a lot of people don't know. They say, well, Junior, you know, this and Junior this and Junior that. But no, nobody never asked me the reason why I feel the way that I feel or why I am the way that I am. You know, because all the kids like in your generation in our family, ain't none of them see me around. You know, they was all kids when I left there, right? But you know, they pursue like, you know, Ernie. Me and Ernie had an issue, and I thought we let bygones be bygones. I did anyway. So my thing is, I just want to, like, Lottie reached out to me, and you know, said she wanted a relationship, which was cool because I never thought she would reach out. Because I see her doing really good for herself. I can remember when Lottie was just silly and everything else. So I'm really ready to put this family back together. At least try.
Right.
Because everybody needs to know everybody, and everybody needs to be able to count on family. When they say family is everything, which is true, but it's only everything when you want to put the effort
Again,
into it.
thank you for coming out, man. This is Mom Made TV, man. I appreciate you again, man. We gonna get it together, man.
I appreciate you having me up. I appreciate you doing this interview. That way I'm able to get some things off my chest, and that whoever look at it, but take it for what it's worth, meaning that everything that I'm saying came from the heart and what I feel.
One.
And like I said before, we need to come together as a family. That means the young generation, the old generation. We need to all come together. And I know a lot of people say it and don't mean it. I mean it, and I'm saying it. So we all need to come together as a family. And we need to get this bowling thing going. Everybody that's family, let's get together, let's bowl, have fun, and let's just see where it leads.
That's Mom Made TV, y'all.